Look, I thought they bowled really well in the first innings. Obviously they're out there now in the second innings. They've started off well. But I thought the first innings, I thought they were excellent. And the reason why I think they bowled really well was they bowled a fuller length. They challenged that off stump, fourth stump line, and asked a lot of questions of the Australian batters. And I thought Hassan got his 6 for 55, the best figures of any bowler for Bangladesh v Australia. So I thought that was a wonderful achievement, and he deserved that because he bowled really well. But I thought the other seamers bowled well as well. So Bangladesh are in the box seat at the moment, and it's a good position for Bangladesh to be in. They've played some really good cricket in this Test match so far. I think they've all actually impressed me, if I'm perfectly honest. Hassan obviously got the figures. But Everdot and Taskin both bowled well as well. Mahedi only bowled a few overs, and they only bowled a few overs, so it's hard to really give a summary of how they bowled because the seamers were so effective to bowl Australia out for under 200. So I thought they did really well. I think is Lamb available for the next Test? Is he back fit now? So he's joined the squad. Would have been nice to see Nahid Rana out here. I saw him in the PSL and he bowled with real pace and real aggression. He's a tall, fast bowler. So it obviously would have been nice to see him out here, but hopefully he gets better soon. And I'm not sure what his injury was. Was it a side strain or? Yeah. So hopefully he gets better soon and he's back playing for Bangladesh. Look, I was fortunate enough. I remember playing against Mushfiqur and Shahid Hussain, who were very good bowlers. Mushfiqur would swung the ball. Shahid was a little bit quicker. And they were wonderful bowlers. But the current crop of Bangladesh seamers, I think the key is what you want. You want to create depth. You don't want to just have to rely on one or two bowlers. And I think that's where obviously Bangladesh coaching staff will want to develop a group of seamers to go forward and play all formats. Developing that depth, which I think is really important.
A chance for them.
Oh, they're a chance to win by innings, absolutely. To be 228 runs in front in a Test match. I think Australia only 3 times have actually won a Test being 200 runs behind on the first innings. So history is very much against Australia and very much with Bangladesh. Will they win by an innings? I don't think so. I think this surface has really settled down. Today and maybe the first session tomorrow is probably going to be the best time to bat here at Marara in Darwin. So, Bangladesh are going to have to bowl really well. I expect Australia to bat better than they did in the first innings. They didn't bat well in the first innings. Bangladesh bowled very well as well. So I expect, for Bangladesh to win this Test match, they're probably going to have a tricky little run chase. So it's going to be a fascinating Test match, I think. I'm sure everyone in Bangladesh would love to see that, and I'm sure the Bangladesh players would love to play at one of the big grounds, absolutely. And there's no reason why Bangladesh at some point in the future can't do that. But that comes down to administrators with the scheduling and the like, and trying to fit in cricket. And that's what I'm saying, about Northern Australia. We've got the facilities. You guys will get to experience Mackay next week, and the Great Barrier Reef Arena is a great cricket ground, one of the great cricket grounds. But in an ideal world, I'm sure Bangladesh don't want to play the MCG, the SCG, Adelaide Oval, these places. So, but yeah, maybe that is something that's going to happen in the future for sure. I've got very fond memories of Bangladesh. I played my final Test series. I played my final Test match in Bangladesh, and so I've got incredibly fond memories. I haven't been back to Bangladesh since, actually, so it'd be something I'd love to do at some point, whether it be in the media capacity or whatever. I'd love to go and spend some more time in Bangladesh because I've got some wonderful memories of the country. So, and the people were lovely, and I just really enjoyed it. At the moment, you never say never, but right now I'm happy with where I'm at the moment. So I'm not planning on coaching internationally anytime soon. Or putting my name up for it, hand up for it. It could, well, absolutely. Spending so much time in the field, it tires you out. Absolutely. Certainly from a bowler's perspective, you get tired. What the advantage Bangladesh have as well is that their bowlers have had a good rest. So, and that's really important. In the modern game, we don't see teams batting for 130 plus overs. You know, games are moving faster and faster, so bowlers aren't getting the rest. But this is where I think Bangladesh have got a great opportunity in this game, because their bowlers have had a really good rest, and I think that's really important. Oh, well, I thought Tamim was going to join me, but then he decided to try and do a big slog and get out. He had an ideal opportunity. He played beautifully, and you know, I would have, you know, the coaching staff would have challenged him and said, look, you did all the hard work to get to 100. Now it's much easier. Just keep milking the bowling and make a big score, get a 150 plus score, because that's what wins your test matches. Is, you know, really, you know, when you're in front, when you get to 100, you've done all the work, you've done the hard work. It's your responsibility, having got 100, to go on and get a big 100, not just get 101. So that would be my challenge to him: is you're in that position again, make the Aussies pay. Go and get a big, we call them daddy hundreds. Get a big daddy 100. Yeah. Gee, there's been so many. I mean, Tamim Iqbal was a wonderful player. He's probably a bit of a trailblazer for Bangladesh, particularly in the franchise space. So he's played very well. I really like Mohammad Rafiq, left arm spinner, who's a wonderful cricketer, and also Mushfiqur Mortaza. He was a wonderful bowler for Bangladesh over many years, yeah, and captained the country as well. So yeah, but there's been a lot of great players from Bangladesh, and hopefully create some more heroes, you know, in the next decade. He's a fine bowler. He's a fine young man. He'll learn his way. I think not just him, but all bowlers. You've got to understand that injuries happen. Injuries are part of the game. What you try and do is minimise the chances of getting injured. So you look after yourself. You do the gym work. You do your cricket training. You do your recovery protocols. Everything, and because sometimes injuries happen. That's part and parcel of being a professional sportsman. But you put the odds in your favour by being really disciplined, off the field with your training and your rest and recovery and things like that. Yeah.